Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Catch, and I am back for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 4. If you're not familiar with this challenge, it is a prompt assignment challenge that we're just about done with this one, but I will start another one after, so continue watching if you're interested in joining into that, or just, want to watch more of them. Each week I draw 2 prompts out of a bag, so in 25 weeks, the idea is to have a stack of 50 pieces of ephemera, or if you like to do collages or whatever it is that you like to do. Okay, so for example, last week I drew number 39 was forest. So I have a forest here, and it's just a guest check that I can put on top of a journal as a topper, because I did use a little corrugated cardboard and, turn the edges and did all those kind of things. So it's a tiny bit thicker, but I don't think it's bad at all. It could definitely go into a journal pocket as well. So anyhow, and then vintage, I did that young man, a little steampunky, but definitely vintage. So that's all you got to do, just like that. And you can interpret the prompts however you want to. If there's a week where it's something that you don't like, I had some people didn't like Valentine's Day, that kind of thing, you can maybe just put a heart on the piece that you're making, whatever, it doesn't really matter, or just make something else entirely. So however you want to deal with that. Okay, 41 is coffee. So this could be as simple as something coffee dyed, or you could go as far as a whole piece that has coffee beans and a cup of coffee, and I mean, you interpret it the way you want to. 41 is coffee. 42 is butterfly. So again, interpret that as you like. You can have multiple butterflies or just one. However. All right, so I will get some things together and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I have some coffee dyed paper. Oh, I don't need that. Maybe. So that's what we're going to start with, is number 41, which is coffee. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to make a pocket out of this. And this is just regular printer paper, copy paper, whatever you want to call it, that I coffee dyed just by splattering some coffee using a pipette, and let it dry, and then I splatter it with some more, and let it dry, and splatter it with more, that kind of thing. And you end up getting this splotchy look. And you don't dip the whole paper into coffee, obviously, because these white parts will stay that way. I'm going to have to trim the top and the bottom, because these are just papers that I get from making Etsy labels, and so they're not always cut perfectly straight, like many of the things that I cut. So, and then I'm just going to fold up the bottom, just the whole coin envelope thing. I like these type of pockets. They're easy, quick, and it's just kind of a go-to that I like to do. So I want to say hugs and blessings to Tia, Mr. and Mrs. Helms, and user-UD8OU9ES9I. You know who you are. That's a long one. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for always watching, your kind comments, and just being supportive. I can't tell you, it's just so awesome. You guys are all so awesome. So I thank you. And I want to say welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to any continuing or people who have followed me for a while. I was just thinking, no, I like the other side better. Yeah, I really appreciate all of you immensely. I did my little walk today, and it's an okay day. The wind is coming up. I guess our weather's going to go to yuck again. By next Thursday, it's actually going to be cold. So anyway, it's just one of those springs. We're getting closer to what's supposed to be summer though, so it's kind of interesting. I always fold these wonky. So yeah, weird. And the allergies are killing both my husband and I. So I may pause here in just a minute to blow my nose, which was fine 2 minutes ago. All right, so we're gonna have that as our pocket. I'm going to put a thumb notch in it if I can find my things that I put away. Put stuff away, then I can't find it. Leave it on the desk, and then it gets buried. It's never ending, I'm telling you. And I put them in the same spot. You'd think I would figure it out. Eventually. Okay, what I also might do is cut... no, I guess not. I was thinking of cutting these sides at a little bit of an angle, but I kind of want that back there, so I'm not. I am going to ink it, however. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you had a good weekend. I don't know yet because it's Friday for me. I'm thinking it'll probably be a good weekend. And my husband didn't end up getting picked for jury duty. I mean, you know, he went and did all this stuff, but he didn't get picked. So now hopefully we'll get to do a little more this summer. But I don't know what that is. It would be mostly like riding the quad and stuff like that. We're not going on any trips. Big ones anyway. Maybe some little like road trip types. He's talked about going to see his brother. I might just let him do that without me. But we'll see what the plan is. Nothing big though. Saving our pennies. Okay. Put the lip flap up. I don't need to worry about ink in the back. Most likely this is going to get glued down to a page, so not real worried about that. And then I have some Tim Holtz, whatchamacallit. I want it going this way because that's the way the print is running. Wallpaper. Sorry. So I want... some Tim Holtz whatchamacallit, don't you know? I think I kind of like how much of the coffee is over there, so I think I might do this. I know, this is a killer to even do anything that makes this used up, because I buy these and I hoard them. How about the rest of you? It's ridiculous. I still somewhere, I don't see now, I don't even know where they're at, have some of the original set of wallpaper I bought from him. I don't even know where it's at because I hoarded it and it got put away somewhere, and I mean, I'm sure I could find it if I really went looking for it, but that's how silly it is. Okay, so that'll go like that. So we can see some of the coffee down there. That's the fun part, right? Oh, somebody told me to get out my tea dye. Was it Nan? Thank you, Nan. I don't know if I have any, and I keep forgetting to look. I'm going to have to look for it. So I don't ink so heavily for this, because this is going to go in my 1955 journal. So yes, which, by the way, I did not print out, but because if I print out all the stuff, I do have some of it printed for some journal pages, but I left them, forgot them downstairs. I don't think I want that for that. Anyhow, my beautiful friend Lorette Chandler asked me to do some backgrounds for the 1955 kit that are like, you know, sewing room, maybe a kitchen, that kind of thing. And so I did, and I have like a diner background and just some cool, I really like the way they turned out. So pop over to my Etsy shop and check those out if, you know, you're interested in that. Because they turned out pretty cool, I must say. And if I would have remembered, I took the pages of the journal that I'm working on downstairs last night to show my husband that exact kit, because I was like, this turned out really cool, you got to see it. So anywho, and then I forgot it down there, so apologize. That is too big. So what I did, this is the freebie today. That goes there. I cut some off. But I shrunk mine down in a couple sizes using my print to size app. So I could, because I was worried that one might be a little too big. It's always hard to tell when I make them, because I don't want to make them so tiny that you're like, well, what even is the point of that? And you might want one that big. But if you get an app like Print to Size, which is an Apple app, you can change the size. And a lot of time also your printer has an option of printing 2 pages on 1 page. That would give you more like this size right here, something like that. So I like to give that option, and there are some smaller ones on that page. So if you really don't use any of those things, or your printer doesn't do that or whatever, then there are other options to use, but I wanted to use this one. It goes really well with that wallpaper. So anywho, that is the freebie. I just thought it would be fun to have one that goes with our little prompt and we could use for the 1955 journal. So that is what I did. Oh, see, that drives me crazy when it does that. So yeah, hope you guys like that. Just a fun little something to use. And for these, we're going to have to use some snarky Tim Holtz. And what I picked isn't that snarky, but because it just seems like the thing that requires a little snark. I think it's because you see those on Pinterest, the like 50s ladies, and they have the little snarky comments with them. It makes it funnier because, you know, they were always appeared to be so like, I don't like that with that, prim and proper, or whatever you want to call it, just maybe proper. So, I just thought that would be fun to have something like that. I just want a little bit. A little something like that. I'm just gonna tear it. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. I don't know. I don't know what my deal is. Just all over the place. Doing that a lot lately. Really want it here. I just don't think I like that piece. It's too skinny at the top. And that's just that. I'm going to kind of put it sideways like that, I think. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. Nothing exciting, which is just how I like it. Kind of boring like that. Don't like drama. It's kind of a family motto. All of us are like, you got drama, take yourself elsewhere. Because we all don't like it. I'm gonna just coffee. Oops. I might have to pause and dry that. Let's get coffee on everything, Amy. I want, like, I need one of my droppers and I forgot to grab one, so we're just gonna pretend. I do put a little rubbing alcohol in my coffee, and that is simply to keep it from getting mold growing on it, because ew. Because, you know, sometimes it does sit for a bit. You put it in there and it sits a few days or whatever. You don't want it growing mold on you, because that's disgusting. Okay, I am going to dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I'm going to glue this piece on. I said I wasn't going to do this journal as grungy. I think it's just me. I think it's just how I do things. Well, especially if you say coffee, because then I'm wanting to drip coffee all over it. It's probably fine, as my son would say. It's probably fine. So this just says, coffee keeps me going until it's acceptable to drink wine. No, I don't drink wine. But it's okay. It's funny anyways. I do know the feeling, though. Believe me. Let's try to get it in the right order, shall we? Oh, I should have got out some of those 1950s images. Forgot to do that. I will do that, I promise, so you guys can see what the heck I've been talking about. Okay, and then we're going to take this other piece of paper and we're going to make a tag to go in that pocket. I'm going to use a piece of book page. Hold on. This one will work. I'll have to cut it down a little bit, but not too much. Tear it down. I don't know what this says, so don't read it. I don't know which book this is out of. Some of them I know. Oh, this is a, oh, what do you call it? Reader's Digest, so I think it's all right. Reader's Digest. Or I might use that still. Or I mean, I will use that still. I'm going to have that hang out a little bit. And take just a little more. Ah, see, I shouldn't have done that. I was trying to fix it and I just made it worse. I like this pink, but I'm thinking that's not going to go well, is it? No. How about this yellow wood? It's Gale's Tablecloths. I mean, how much better for coffee, right? Oh, the top needs to be torn, but I'm just going to take a tiny bit off of that. Saw me pause there. That was my brain going, there's a straight edge, there's a straight edge. It can't be. Okay. We're going to have to get some coffee on this too. Sorry, I didn't plan this very well. Wish I had. Some of this stuff comes to me once I start going, not while I'm trying to find all the parts and pieces. Unfortunately. Especially for your sakes, right? Let me see, do I have... No, I thought I might have a pipette, but I don't. This thing's ridiculous. And then my shakies will start. We're gonna wing it on looking a little bit like a coffee, bottom of a coffee cup. And some drips. Yes, there are easier ways. I'm positive of it. I'm sure I'm making some people crazy. You can always fast forward though if I'm making you nuts. Okay, I'm gonna get that dry and I'll be back again. Okay, I'm back and it's mostly dry. But during that time, I'm like, I'm running downstairs and grabbing my papers. So these are the signatures I have so far. And this is the add-on, 1955. I called it Places add-on because it's a lot of like a living room, sewing room, kitchen, the diner. So I just thought Places was a good thing. But doesn't that look cool? And then these are my pages so far, and they are a hodgepodge of stuff. And that doesn't mean this is exactly how they're going to stay, but I'm pretty sure they'll mostly stay this way. This is another one of the Places pages. I don't have them all printed out right here for you to see, but suffice it to say, this is the idea of them. So there's that one. Love that one. And then lots of fun floral goodness happening. There's just the sewing room, no ladies or anything. And I think that was it. That one. And then this one was in the first kit, so you've seen that one. The first time I couldn't find things like that, and then I just had to put in the right prompts to get these, and I'm very happy. So then there's that one in the kitchen. And then this, I mean, little pink houses, people. Then the song starts in my head. So anyhow, that's just a few of them, but those are my signatures so far for the Flip Flop 1955 journal. Yay! I finally got that far. And my cover, I've started. I haven't got very far. As you can see, it's really just a mess. But I took a manila file folder. Same thing I basically did last time. The only difference is this time I'm using one of these folders that have all the pockets. So those will get glued down. They're loose right now. But I wanted to glue some things and cover it like I am with this tissue, which is an Easter tissue paper, but it's mainly just like rickrack and check fabric and polka dot fabric in the kind of colors. So I also figured after last time there was a lot of things I didn't want to cover up, so I wanted to make it just sort of a clean slate, if you will, something that I don't mind covering with pockets and things like that. So anyhow, that's where I'm at with that. Not ready, but we're getting there. All right, so what am I doing to this? Sorry. Well, I need to focus. My focus needs more focus. That is a fact. Okay, so we're going to put this lovely lady on there. I didn't use any of the other ladies because a lot of them have pink and whatnot, and these ones just fit better with the colors that I chose for backgrounds. So that's that. I'm going to use a little book page, I think, behind her just as a whatever. A little something back behind her, not much. All right, and then, oh, I know, I have these. If I can pick it up. It's a rub-on, and I've had them for a million years, but it kind of looks like sewing. And that's another ridiculous thing that I kept and hoarded, and now I'll show you. This is why you shouldn't hoard. Just buy it and use it if you can. Because see, they all stuck together, and then when you pull the pages apart, that's what happened. So, just use it. Why do we do that? I don't know. I mean, I did use some, but I don't know. It's just silliness. Silliness. So I'm telling you, just use it and enjoy it. Because if you're anything like me, you probably have kids or whoever that could give a rip. My daughter's a little bit more, I mean, she might end up being a little bit more into the same stuff I'm into, but her style is just different, which obviously that's how it works. But anyhow, that don't care. So why save it? There's no reason. Maybe I like this side better. Yeah, I think I'll do the whole track of it. This, if you can find these stitches, they're great if you don't like to sew, because then you can just have fake ones, you know, which is wonderful. I didn't want it to go into the rows. I don't know why. And then you just need something to row it with. Popsicle stick. Hopefully they'll still work. I kid you not. These have to be 20 years old. And I just came across them the other day and was like, oh my gosh, those would be good for this journal. See, I don't know if they're even going to work. Come on, guys. You can do it. They were still sticky. I mean, obviously, because they were sticking to each other. They probably won't stick to paper like they're supposed to. My fingers are sticking to this thing, bone folder. I do remember these kind of being a pain from the beginning, so it doesn't really surprise me that they're being difficult. There we go. I don't know if I have another snarky comment that'll work. Or that I like, I should say. Kind of picky about that. That one's good. It's more conceited than... It says, listen, before I had my coffee, I didn't know how awesome I was going to be today either. Nice. Things I would never say, well, especially out loud, is that whole snarky thing. I might think some of them. Not this one, that's just not my thing, but oh my goodness, come on. You guys. So stuck to my finger, oh my gosh. And we worry they won't stick to paper, but you know, you'd be surprised at how often stickers fall off of cards, scrapbooks, whatever. So I just put glue on them, regardless of how awesome they stick. I don't know, that it really doesn't fit very good. Don't you hate that? And these ones you can't really cut apart because they're too long. That's aggravating. We're just gonna kind of it's fine. You know, measure your stuff. That helps before you choose it. Nah. Okay, see, I wasn't awesome today at all. So this will go in here, and then I'll put a fabric tab and I'll stitch around it. So there's my coffee. Now we can do butterfly. Where did I put the stuff? Right here. So we're going to use one of my pockets, and some lovely friends, Jenny and Nancy Pyter. I don't know, Jenny, is it Jenny 143 or Joey 143 and Jenny? I'll try to remember to link it, and I'm sure you guys know or are yelling at me. But anyhow, she used my pockets and did something like this, and Nancy did as well. So this is not my idea. I'm just using a different pocket than they used. They used the ones with the flaps. I think Nancy did this too. I can't remember. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway. You just kind of find a spot to cut the pocket apart. That works. And move that out of the way. And don't cut any extra. Like you might think, oh, I left some of the blue. Just leave it alone. That's something I would do. So that's why I'm saying it. And then we're going to take this. We're going to cut it down so it won't be too tall. And we're going to glue it there. And it will slide in and out as like a hidden journaling spot. So fabulous idea. I mean, I've seen people do these hidden journaling spots for other things too. It's just using these pockets was a great idea of a way to do that, to give yourself a little extra journaling. I'm going to glue it on there first because I know what I'll do. I will mess it up and not have it long enough or something like that. So we'll just glue this right on there, and then we'll trim it to the size I want it. And if my corners stick out, I'm going to just trim them. You don't have to do it all the way to the top like this. This is just how I want to do it. And I could be wrong, so that's for sure. No, wasn't sticking out, I just thought it was. Okay, and then when it goes back in here, like that, we're going to draw a little line. Maybe if we can find a pencil. I do want it just about as long as the pocket. Well, a little less because you're going to have to glue. So don't forget the glue. The glue line. Do a little bit more. Trying to get it straight. And then it'll slide in here like so. And there's a little bit. Let's take just a tiny bit more off of that. And then you put this down on your page like a pocket, and this piece slides in and out, and you can still, if you want to, stick a tag behind. So that is the fun part of that. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to ink along my edge, but that's okay. And then if you wanted to, you could put lines on this. You could do all sorts of fabulous things to it. And I don't know where this will go yet. It could possibly end up in the 1955 journal. It would work. It's just we're going to do butterflies, so it might not be what I want. Okay. I'm just going to take this Tim Holtz butterfly. See, right now it's not going to stay together because it's not glued onto the page, but once it's on the page, I think it will work fine. Now I have that John Cougar Mellencamp song stuck in my head. I'm going to use this tag that'll go behind. I just grabbed it to ink because it was sitting there. And then I've got this little, it says figure 1 and 2. And this is just, you know, stamped onto edge of a book page that we cut off, tear off, whatever. I just thought that might be kind of fun to have like that. Oh, I wish the wind would stop blowing. I know it cleans our air, but right now it's blowing around all the cotton. And I think that's what's killing my husband and I. Both of us are just about croaked. Last night we went to sit outside. We ate dinner outside and we're enjoying the loveliness, and the wind came up and started blowing all that around, and both of us were like red-eyed, sneezing. And still today I'm kind of, you know, got the tickly nose and all that. I did my indoor walk today because I knew. And it is, Brenda, it's walk at home. That's what Brenda does too. So, walk at home on YouTube, and it's good because you can choose, do you want to walk a mile? Do you want to walk 2 miles? You know, do you want a speedy walk? Do you want whatever? It's great. Great, great, great. Highly recommend. Because I feel like anyone can do that. I mean, obviously you need to talk to your doctor if you have any health conditions, but I think it's great. And you don't have to worry about the weather outside. And it's like whole body, so you do your arms and all that, so you feel good afterwards. Sorry, my neighbor's banging on something, no idea what. This is one of the Tracy labels. Which way does it go? I think this way. I just thought it might look kind of cool under there, just for some labels. Fun stuff today. See, I didn't totally plan, but I was a little discombobulated at first, but I think I pulled it together. I am a planner, so I well, I don't want to say that because that makes me sound organized. And that would be a lie. So, I don't like people just popping over unannounced and those type of things. And it's sort of the same thing. Like I kind of want to, I need a good idea of what I'm going to do, or I just feel like I'm discombobulated doing videos. I might change things, but yeah, I am not good with that people just showing up thing. That doesn't work for me. I mean, like my kids or my sister or something, of course. Of course, that's fine, but they've also both lived with me, so don't know what it is. Just puts me in a real bad mood real quick. All right. That is going to go like that. And I know it's really hard to tell because it's not connected to a page, but once the sides are glued down and it's not wobbling all over. And then this can go back behind there in the journal. But then you can take that out and pull your little secret journal spot out. So fabulous idea to my friends. Thank you guys. You guys rock. And then our coffee, which will get a fabric tab at the top. I wish I had used a different one than that, but that's okay. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to cover the back, but I can do that with some coffee dyed paper or something. So those are our two pieces today. Number 41 is coffee. Number 42 is butterfly. All right, guys, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.